Hello, it is Dr. Calico, and today we're going to be showcasing what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks in Neon Defense. We've been busy. So, what is this? Basically, we've changed, we've fully converted everything to strength, so that works. We've also been doing testing on 2-3. We want to get that out eventually. The level that introduces the OGRE heavy tank. And then, oh yeah, what was also fun was, the software updated. Yes, the software itself updated. So, in the engine, there was like a bunch of stuff marked as, deprecated. I had to Control F everything and fix all the deprecated features. And then it got even worse because the pause menu, it uses buttons. Those were replaced with missing textures because the buttons that we currently were using, those were deprecated too. But then it also gets even worse because we're going to open up the main menu here. Look at how many buttons there are. All of these were deprecated, and they were replaced with missing textures. Yeah, whoops. But yeah, as of current, what we want to do now is, uh, yeah, I'm gonna place this here. Yeah, and actually, I'm going to control a. Hang on. I think something here is the, the wrong Z order. But yeah, I'm going to tie this to uh, the title screen. It needs to be over just a little bit, like there. Okay, and then what we want to do as well is Control F. I forget what the object's name is. It is not tutorial 3. It is logo. Okay, so Control F logo for results. Tutorial button is pressed between the opacity of logo. Okay, so what I want to do is label. I need to give this the behavior of tweening, which is tween. Hopefully this doesn't go away anytime soon. Famous last words. And then, okay, and then logo, uh, label. Two. Oh, that has to be 255. Logo 255. And then 255. Okay, let's do a quick test and see if this works. Yeah, the label button doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. But we're just going to quickly. Yeah. Oh, okay. Everything works. Yeah, I don't need to test the tutorial because I just copy and pasted uh, it. So just doing that one test makes sure that everything works. But yeah, one thing that we've also decided to do was, if we click view levels here, yeah, we've disabled level selection for this update. The reason why is because we're restructuring it, and it's not ready yet. Yeah, this is basically, we're shoving the level selection into unused content since mass restructuring means that it's going to take way too long. And I'm sorry, Tria, I do like the music, but I have to explain things here. And also, another thing was that when I had to redo these buttons, there was a bit of an annoyance where they would be really bright whenever I moused off of them. Yeah, I had to go back into the button's actual objects and figure out, oh, there's a timer for fading in and out, and it is set to a value that is greater than 0. So yeah, I set the value to 0, so it will tween the opacity in exactly 1 frame, and there is nothing I can do to change this. Welcome to GDevelop, everyone. Yeah, there's no easy way to do it other than just shenanigans. And also, we have not changed any of the names here. But we have done something else. Yeah, we have got the Fallen City map. It's right here. It's not done yet. It is very not done yet. But anyway, let's go back to the Howling Ruins. Also, I need to close this because the software is going to crash if I have the engine active in too many instances. I have the engine active in 2 instances. Okay, so we're fine there. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're testing. Yeah, this isn't the level where uh, things go from 0 to 100 real fast, but this is the level where tardigrades are first introduced to the player. And the sole purpose is to basically just nullify your rockets. Oh, and also another change I'd like to point out is the way we fixed the Vixie having the wrong stats. What the engine does is it will spawn every hull and every weapon and every projectile for 1 frame, copy and paste their stats to the correct locations, and then delete them. This way, no matter what changes that I make, they will be referenced. And yeah, what we need here is a rocket. Yeah, we need a Reyna. Yeah, I'm still proud of the fact that I got this from eggshells. Yeah, we need to get to 125. Not quite frame perfect, but oh well. And yeah, the Reyna's rocket launcher sound, if I haven't said it already, is a knife sharpening sound played backwards with a bunch of stuff done to it. And then what we need is a cannon. That's 365. Actually, let's get an icicle. And yet we still need to change the sounds for the cannon icicle because the original software that we used, it does not allow for commercial use. So we're changing them. Yeah, they might as well just be placeholders at this point. Yeah, the Reyna, however, it does not use that software. It uses Audacity, so we're perfectly fine on that regard. Okay, now we need a cannon. Yeah, things are going well so far. Yeah, this isn't the point where I'm having problems with testing. Yeah, I think it gets to like wave 9 and 10 that we had to make adjustments to both the OGRE stats and the timers of the waves. Okay, what else do I want? Probably another cannon. Actually, we're going to save up for an ogre. And also, let's bring this closer so we can actually start firing again. Yeah, 1,855. And yes, the Reyna does have 3 degrees of random inaccuracy. You are not hallucinating. Okay, just another wave, and we should be able to afford an ogre. Yeah, sorry, it's like 10 a.m. and I pretty much just woke up like 3 hours ago. This says the Night Owl. Yeah, the reason why I'm getting cannon shells instead of rockets is because even though rockets are cheaper and deal more damage, remember what I said about the tardigrade? It has CWIS, which means that rockets are going to deal absolutely no damage. Unless we get way too many of them. Okay, just a little bit over budget, but oh well. And yes, the build times are long. Okay, I think we should just place this right here, orient it to here. Okay, let's also put the weak unit back because those are biters. And oh yeah, I also remember, fighters are also set up so that way they can only target air, which is another pretty convincing reason to use ground units. Okay, another ogre, and this should be the wave at which, yep, there's the tardigrades. Wait, hang on a moment, I'm kind of messing up here. Oh well. But yeah, these units need to be, like, kind of really durable. Yeah, they are taking damage, that is a given. Okay, that's possibly a bit too much damage. So let's slow down time here, get this out of here. Yeah, and there should be a grace period for a little bit, so that way, yeah, mass amounts of repairs. Yeah, I think I might want to extend that by like 5 seconds or something. But yeah, we need additional cannon shells. Yeah, and also, another thing I'd like to point out is that there was a bug where I think the turrets would try to synchronize their firing every time you built another one. So that had to be changed so that way anytime a turret is built, it does not reference pre-existing turrets. Oh, okay, that's a mistake, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to nap. It's probably better if we have salvage disabled. Okay, things are definitely getting a bit dicey. But we do have, like, an onslaught of cannons. That's a rocket launcher. Yeah, I think we're starting to actually push them back now. Nope, hang on. Yeah, these units are recovering health. That is a given. Possible mistake. Never mind, we're fine. Yeah, get you out of there. Yeah, start getting the full health unit to tank. Move this, move this, move this. You know, okay, that's too difficult. Yeah, we're just going to admit that that is too difficult. So, what are we going to do about that? Howling Ruins. What we're going to do is enemy turrets, medium tardigrades, Seawis. I think let's reduce that by 200 points. And then the projectiles of enemy projectiles, tardigrades. Velocity is that of... Let's use some math here. So the previous range was 300 divided by 250 equals 1.2. So 200 times 1.2 is 240. Yeah, we're going to reduce the range in that. Yeah, and the tardigrade's health, I think it's also a bit too tanky as well. So we're going to enemies. There it is. Medium, tardigrade. Let's reduce it by like, yep, 50 points. Yeah, and the explosive resistance is down 10 points. Yeah, we'll do some testing later. I got other stuff to do. Ugh. Yeah, like I need to get some food. So, that's about it. Thanks for viewing.